And so I just look him in the eye and I just go, thanks, man. So who would like to start off with the first question? Let's go for you there in the beautiful super Eyepatch Wolf merch.
Saturday Night Slam Masters?
I have, great game. Yeah, no, it's really cool. I used to play it a lot. My uncle used to fix arcade machines, which was like a fucking dream job for a small child, and I just go in there and play loads of them, and yeah, it's super good. Next question, please. You there.
What is your favorite, like, guilty pleasure anime or anything like that?
I would have thought that people would know this from my videos, but I have no shame at all. And so I don't get guilty about, like, I like what I like, and that's just kind of it. Like, I really don't have any kind of guilty pleasures or anything like that. Let me think. No, I think all my kind of bullshit is out there, especially if you listen to the podcast. Are there any people who listen to the podcast here? That's a lot of... Over here we have the beautiful Brian from Let's Fight a Boss. Next question, please. Sorry, I'm going to go on tangents in this because I like doing it, but there was one instance, and this was a Con Bravo last year, where I was like picking people out for questions, and there was a guy, and he was dressed as the scout from Team Fortress, and I just go, you there, the scout from Team Fortress, and I swear to fucking God, the guy in front of him stands up in full, like, Bilbo Baggins cosplay, and he just goes, actually, I'm a hobbit from Lord of the Rings. And so I'm like, and he just launches straight into his question, and I'm like, sir, would you mind looking behind you? And it was fucking brilliant. He just goes like this. Oh, I treasure that man. Sorry, next question, please. Did you there? Yep.
Why will you stop being a coward and face Pat and throw a strike?
Yeah!
Honestly, I haven't actually heard from Pat in a while. I don't really know what the deal is there, but if it doesn't feel right, I don't really want to push it. So, next question, please. Yep. Yep.
2 questions. 1, why?
You get 1 question.
1, why an Eyepatch wearing wolf? And 2, would you like some meat?
Some what?
Mead alcohol.
Are you saying mead, meat, or me? Because those all have specific answers. Absolutely. Yeah, okay. Okay, so why a wolf wearing an eye patch? The answer is like really boringly simple. I had just beat Metal Gear Solid 5 and I thought D-Dog was really cool. I love that cutscene where Otacon, or I can't remember if it's Otacon or Huey's like, what's wrong with you people? That's not a dog, it's a wolf. And then I stuck with it, and it didn't matter because it's not like the stupid, shitty channel I was going to make was ever going to blow up and become a thing, and I'd never have to explain it during a panel. But then that happens. So yeah, that's it really. Thank you so much, dude. I really super appreciate it.
Peach flavored from Georgia.
Thank you.
That's our only thing.
Thanks everyone for coming. Super appreciate it. I hope there isn't poison in this. Oh, it's good. It's good. Next question, please. Okay, let's go for you there. Yep.
Your video on Berserk was like what got me into actually like watching Berserk.
Oh, that's great to hear, man. Thank you.
But you only ever really covered like the Golden Age art, and that seems to be like all anybody seems to want to cover Golden Age art. So I'm guessing my question is, how far did you get in the series, and do you think it's worth like pursuing the rest of the series?
Oh, I'm up to date with Berserk. Like, I love Berserk. And the reason like people cover the Golden Age arc is it's like that's the core of Berserk. Like that's where everything else comes from. And I'd like to cover it, but like more. But I kind of have a rule where I don't like to do too much of one topic on the channel, especially if I don't feel like I have anything more to say. Do you know what I mean? I might end up doing another Berserk video at some point, but right now I think there's just other videos where it's like I'm kind of like excited to make them. Like I'm kind of thinking about next year's videos, and I just beat Shenmue 3. Yeah, and I'm thinking of maybe making a video called Shenmue 3 is a terrible game and I've wasted my life. And I'm devastated, but it's just, oh God. Anyway, yep, it's the first thing I did this year. I beat Shenmue 3 at 1 a.m. January 1st. And it's just, I think Yu Suzuki is an insane person. Next question, please. Let's go for you there, sir, in the tie. I like that. He was like, whoa.
I'm also from. Anyway,
that's great.
So, given your origin, how powerful do you think spite is as a motivator to get started on a project?
Very powerful. So if you guys don't know, my channel started when Wooly from what was the Super Best Friends talked shit about Hunter x Hunter. And it's funny because I actually went back and listened to the clip recently, and the crazy part is he's so reasonable. He's like, listen, it's not for me. If you like it, that's great. It just wasn't my thing. And so the sensible thing would have just been like, just to move on, you know? But instead, I held that rage within me for a year. And then I made a 50-minute video on it. And it was really weird because like I'd been a fan of the Best Friends for like a long time. Do you know what I mean? And I can remember like there was this cafe I used to go to every Tuesday and work and listen to their podcast. It was like a little weekly ritual I had. And it was the week after I had released a video, The Fall of Bleach. And they're talking, and next thing one of them's just like, did you guys see this video about how Bleach went bad? And my first thought was like, who the fuck else made a video about Bleach? And then it dawns on me that they're actually talking about my channel, and it was one of the most surreal moments in my life. There was the owner of that cafe used to be called Yoshi. He was this really nice Japanese man. And he'd kind of come and chat to me, and he'd like see me drawing Street Fighter and stuff, and he'd be like, oh, Street Fighter, and I'm like, yeah, Yoshi. And he came over and he's like, John, what can I get to today? And I was like, nothing today, Yoshi. And he was like, okay. But then eventually, like, I ended up coming to, actually MAGFest, like 5 years ago, I came here, and I was like kind of thinking, I knew Wooly knew who I was, and I knew who he was, and I just checked into my hotel, and I like looked behind me, and Wooly's there. And I was like, well, I clearly, like, I can't be like a creep, and I can't just talk to him straight away before he's even checked into the hotel, because that would be really uncomfortable. Then I turned around and spoke to him immediately. And it was cool, because like at first he thought I was like a fan, which I was, but then he was like, oh, you're Super Eyepatch Wolf, and it was cool. But then anyway, so he checks in, and we're kind of chatting, and then he was like, okay, I'm going up, and I was like, yeah, I'm actually staying here too. And we go up to the same floor, and then we go to the same rooms, and it turns out we're next to each other. And I'm like, wow, that's really weird. But I hadn't said anything like that. Like, I hadn't indicated this to him. So from his point of view, this person was just following him to his hotel room, which he was sharing with his girlfriend. And so then I just say, I point at his, I see like the flashing imagery in his mind, and I kind of just go, oh, and I point to his hotel room, and I just go, I'm not. And I couldn't think of a single fucking way to finish that sentence without it getting weirder. But then anyway, we started hanging out, and it was really cool, but I had this like burning sensation in the back of my mind where I was like, at some point, I have to like explain to Wooly how the channel got started. And so we were at the Screenwave party that year, and we were just sitting together, and I was like, okay, so Wooly, do you remember like 2 years ago you did like a rant on Hunter x Hunter? And he was like, yeah, man, some people got so mad about that. And I was like, yeah, that might have I might have, that might have contributed to a video I made, and he was like, oh, no, wait, really? And I was like, yeah, a little bit. And he takes out his phone, he starts looking at my channel, he's like, where is it? And I was like, scroll to the bottom. And then he was just like, oh, wait, so this was like your first video? And I was like, yeah. And at this point, I knew I was either going to be friends with Wooly forever, or he was going to take out a restraining order. And so he just goes like this. And he stays there for about 5 seconds, and then he just goes, okay. And so that's my origin story with Wooly. We're doing a panel tomorrow at 10:30. Yeah, we've been talking about it. I'm so excited for it. One of us will leave, only one. Next question, please. Let's go for you there, sir. Yep.
So I don't think anybody talk about this. The first video I ever saw of you was Kaiji and why you chose Kaiji. So growing up as a broke-ass, early 20s millennial, when that Kaiji would cry out of stress, like it felt real, the stakes.
Totally, yeah.
So I want considering art style so like initially repulsive, it's really dimensional. What brought you into Kaiji?
It was actually something I had seen like GIFs of on like Tumblr and stuff for a long time, and like initially I was thought, well, never fucking watch that show. There's no one hot in that at all. But then there was. But I think I always like to just take a chance on series and like watch some weird stuff, and then just ended up totally falling in love with that show. And like I love when people bring up that video, because like obviously like a video about Kaiji is never going to pull in like Dragon Ball Z numbers or something like that. But I've had so many people say to me that they enjoyed that video, and like I thought it was like I don't like my videos very much, but that was one where like I think it turned out pretty okay. And I remember the moment I thought it turned out okay, because I uploaded it the Saturday, and the Sunday I was going for dinner with my parents, and then my dad, who's like just a very traditional Irish father, we were just driving in silence, and then he turns to me and just goes, so what happens at Kaiji, lad? Did he like get out of debt? And I was like, well, I can't say because spoiler, but, and that was like a really nice moment, because I think like whenever my parents get invested in a video, I always feel like I've kind of hit the mark then, because then anyone can enjoy it. One of my other favorite memories is watching the Golden Lovers bit with my mom, because she wants to watch my videos with me sometimes, and like she had no idea anyway. And then like when I was getting up about how they kind of started splitting apart, she just turns to me and she goes, John, this is very sad. Which I thought was really cute. Next question, please. Let's go for you there, sir.
Oh, thank you. So in the spirit of MAGFest and as a VGM musician, favorite bit of VGM?
Are we talking official video game music?
Either or.
Oh.
If you want me to make it official, I can say that, but anything that would interest you.
Okay, so in terms of like favorites of all time, maybe the entirety of the Silent Hill 2 soundtrack. Yeah, it's just amazing. In terms of like kind of more remixy stuff, I love, did you guys ever hear Vinyl Fantasy 7? Yeah, that's so good. And I think like all-time favorite songs, maybe Sticker Brush Symphony or Barrel Blast, as it's also called, from Donkey Kong Country 2. Yeah, I was talking to David Wise yesterday, and I know he must hear that all the time. So the entire conversation, I was like clenching my fist, being like, don't mention Aquatic Ambience, don't mention Sticker Brush Symphony. And I did it, which I was really proud of. But yep. Next question, please. Let's go for you there. Yep.
What are some wrestlers that are in your voice stable?
In my what stable?
In your voice stable.
Okay, no, that's fine. I just thought I misheard you there for a second. In my boys' stable, well, first would be my actual real-life boyfriend, Kota Ibushi. I'd like to congratulate my boyfriend who's about to win the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. We're going to go out for dinner afterwards. It's going to be great. Big fan of Finn Balor. He's fantastic. Always loved Bray Wyatt. So happy to see him like succeed on a bigger stage. And I gotta go with Kenny Omega. Like he's just the best. Shout out to Matt Riddle also. I could keep going. I'm gonna stop now. There's more. Come talk to me after. Next question, please. Let's go for you there. Yep. Yep.
In one of your seasonal favorites videos, you recommended a channel called Atrocity Guide, and I got totally hooked on it. So I was wondering, do you have a favorite creepy, real-life, internet or otherwise story that just keeps you up at night?
So like, say like a creepy pasta or something like that?
Yeah, something like that, or something that she talked about, or what have you.
I think the first one that ever really got me was Ben, the haunted Majora's Mask art. I really liked that. I really loved Atrocity Guide's video on the Japanese game show with the man living in the box. That was just, Jesus Christ, like that was insane. Oh, fair play. I'm glad things worked out for that man who was psychologically obliterated. Next question, please. Let's go for you there in the white wig. Yep.
So, I'm a huge fan of Vocaloid, and when Seraphim on the Ring dropped, my first thought into my head was, holy fuck, Super Eyepatch needs to hear this song right now. And so in my favorite things fall 2019, you talked about it, and I was unbelievably happy. And I was wondering if you have any other thoughts or experience with Vocaloid or Miku.
Honestly, very little. I really like Miku as like a weird character. You guys saw she's just like announced at Coachella, which is like brilliant. I love how tiny she is in the poster, because you know there's some people at Coachella fucking pissed. This fucking cartoon character is at our music festival. I don't like listen to a lot of Vocaloid or anything, but I really want to buy. I really want to buy one of the games. God, I'm blanking on the name. Project Eva, because I like rhythm games and they've always seemed fun. I've just never sat down and actually done it. But yeah. Next question, please. Let's go for you with the headband. Yep.
All right. So what's your favorite song from Cats?
He killed us all already!
So I saw Cats recently. I mean, look, there's a lot of talk about it being like the worst film ever. I actually don't agree. Whatever you want to say about Cats, I wasn't bored, my mind did not wander, and I've never seen anything like that. Was it a nightmare? Did I watch a scene where human-faced cats dance around a living room, then human-faced cockroaches start dancing with them, then one of the human-faced cats rips off its fucking skin and starts eating the cockroaches? Yes, I did see that. But it was different and it was weird, and I appreciate that, you know? Like, I liked it more than I liked the Rise of Skywalker. And like, I don't think the Rise of Skywalker was like a bad movie. I just know I'll never think about it again. But I still wake up screaming at the thought of cats. It was actually funny. I went to see Cats when I was home for Christmas, and my mom had gone to see it as well. And my mom's like big into musicals, but she's also like far enough away from the internet that she wouldn't be able to associate Cats with the strange things that people who spend a lot of time on the internet might, you know? And so like I told her that like, you know, people were like panning this movie and they hated it, and she's like, well, I don't see what's wrong with it. And she was real indignant about it. And then that night we watched The Shining, which is like one of my favorite films ever, one of her favorite films ever as well. And we were chatting about it the next morning. I was like, do you know, ma'am, like people hated The Shining when it came out first. Like it was not popular. And she just goes, well, that's what's happening, Cats, right now. I gotta love her purity.
When do you want to see the stage show?
I am absolutely going to see the stage show. But to answer the question, my favorite song, I don't remember. It's the sad one about beautiful ghosts. Memories, yeah, that is a great, say what you will about Cats and the horrifying things it does to the human form, that's a fucking banger ass song. Like, that's great. I agree. Next question, please. Let's go for you in the t-shirt. I know everyone's wearing t-shirts, so that was a really...
So if you could pick one video game character to kick the shit out of you, which one would it be?
Do you listen to the podcast? Okay, well, let's just, obviously there's no like weird answer to that question or anything, so I'll just pick one at like complete random. Let's just, Hormika from Street Fighter? I don't know, like whatever. Next question, please. You there.
What franchise or piece of media that you look at, you just don't understand at all, and be like, why do people like this? I do not get it in any way, shape, or form.
My Hero Academia. Your hate only makes me stronger. Okay, no, like, yeah, that's the cycle of vengeance we live in. Honestly, like, Kingdom Hearts a little bit, in that, like, I have no ill will towards it, but I just look at it and I'm just like, what the fuck? Yep.
It's just the thing, you just start from the first one. It's just like Metal Gear, you just start from the first one. You don't
Dude, Metal Gear could happen, man. They predicted the internet.
I know, Kingdom Hearts, except for the fact that Sora tells Mickey, it's Riku, he's got bugs in him. That's a lie.
It's just a series about little boys living in other little boys, and Donald Duck does. No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Can't believe I got fucking cancelled. It's a spiritual thing. Oh, God damn it. Brian, get me out of here quickly. Next question, please. Let's go for you there. Yep.
Okay. So first off, I'm just gonna say I saw Cat my first day. A couple hours later, I got tape for like a nothing tape. In the vein of Cats and the Sonic movie with the original being Far Superior, Don't At Me. What CGI monstrosity would you like to see next? Like, what franchise do you think would
I mean, I was pretty excited for that original Sonic movie. Like, I thought Detective Pikachu did it kind of good, where like the Pokemon look great, but they also look just a little bit fucked up, and that was brilliant, you know? But in terms of like, what would I like to see next? Man, I don't know. What about like a Tiny Toons CGI movie where they're all hyper realistic? But yeah, that Sonic trailer, I just loved it because that dropped not long after, I think, the Detective Pikachu trailer. And like the guys who made the Sonic trailer had to have been like, well, Detective Pikachu looks fucking weird too. No one's mad about that. But yeah, I wish we got that original version. I think they're cowards. Next question, please. Let's go for you there. Yes.
If possible, would you make a video about why you should have watched something?
So I get this question a lot, and so generally, like, there's a lot of anime that I don't like, but when I don't like an anime, I'll get like 5 minutes in, and then someone will be like, "Oh, Nichan," and I'll just fucking turn it off. Because I don't care, you know? And so like the idea of making a video about why someone shouldn't watch something is kind of just, it's kind of boring because like I'd have to make about something I'm not passionate about. And so like if I'm gonna make a negative video, it's gonna be something I really give a shit about, like Shenmue 3. Yeah, like Dragon Ball G. Like say like people ask me like, am I ever gonna do a Dragon Ball Super video? And I don't know, because like with Dragon Ball Super, it's all right. Like it's grand, but I don't think that's like, I don't think there's enough passion in that statement to make a video about it. Do you know what I mean? Next question, please. Let's go for you there.
So, what is it about Armida?
God, it was a random character. She's a pro wrestler, and it takes confidence to dress like that. I don't know. Next question, please. You there in the hat.
So, I like some stuff that, you know, other people don't like. And sometimes it's hard talking about it without being dogpiled. And you seem to have experience in that, considering you like Hunter x Hunter.
we get security in here, please? Was that it? Was that your question? Dude, there was no question mark there. That wasn't a fucking question. I do enjoy airing like unpopular opinions in front of crowds, like the My Hero Academia thing. It's just so much fun to me. I think it's because I like heel wrestlers, but yeah.
No, but it's tranquilo.
Very. Next question, please. Let's go for you there, right at the back in the black jacket. Yeah, you, sir. Yep. When someone is like, oh, me, it doesn't help at all because everyone in front of them is also going, oh, me. But
has there ever been a video you wanted to make, but you felt like you might not be able to do it justice, or you wouldn't have anything extra to add to the conversation?
Evangelion. Like, I know I kind of did a little video on Eva, but the thought of doing like a full one, like with everything I think about that series, I don't know if I could do it justice, but I also think it might like kill me because it's going to be one of those like 40 or 50 minute videos. And like I just did that with Final Fantasy VII, and I really don't want to put myself or those around me through that again because that video was a nightmare to make. But I was happy with how it turned out, but goddamn. Next question, please. Let's go for you there, right in the back. Yes.
Okay, I don't know if you can hear me from here, but
I can hear you.
Man Girl makes a villain grade video, and I find myself honestly rooting for villains more often than main characters.
Same.
I wondered what are your top favorite villains of all time?
Favorite villains of all time. Okay, we gotta go with our boy, Yoshikage Kira. Hard to count him as a villain, but Vegeta obviously is amazing. I really, really love Toguro, like again from that video. He's just this grown man who develops this unexplainable vendetta for a 15-year-old boy, and he's still the coolest fucking character alive. Drinks orange juice. Actually, Sakio, if it's all right with you, I'll have a glass of orange juice. It's so good. Next question, please. You there. Yes, you, sir.
Who are your favorite talents right now among the AEW cast, and is Jon Moxley among those favorites?
Jon Moxley for me would probably be just below the top tier for me. I love his intensity, I love his charisma. I still think his storytelling in ring needs work. Like he's maybe a little too much like, I'm gonna fuck shit up, and that's kind of, and he's getting there. Like he's improved so much in the last year, but he's not quite there. Orange Cassidy. Oh my God. Me and Brian went to a wrestling show recently and Orange Cassidy was there, and it was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. He kept doing this thing where he'd put his hands in his pockets, and so when the ref was like dropping his arm to see if he was unconscious, and went like 1, 2, into his pocket, and the ref was just like, I don't know what to do. So yeah, definitely them. And I'm trying to think who else. I mean, I always love to see the Lucha Bros, and oh man, Darby Allin. God damn, he is an attractive, great wrestler. Next question, please. Let's go for you there. Yep.
Yeah, so in your Final Fantasy VII video, you mentioned Sober Dwarf's video about the Ruin thing. I'm actually friends with Sober Dwarf, and I want to know if you've seen any of his other videos.
Yeah, I've been watching Sober Dwarf for a while. He's really, really cool. He's kind of one of those YouTubers I'm just kind of shocked he's not like bigger, you know?
I really wish he had more subscribers.
Same.
His content's amazing.
Yeah, he's really good, and he really like gives a shit, you know what I mean?
So this is less of a question than just shit.
People should go watch Sober Dwarf. He's a cool guy. Next question, please. Let's go for you there, sir. Yep.
So now that you're back in the States, are you going to go watch more 60 seconds now?
I can't confirm or deny if that's happening. You guys should come to the panel tomorrow. Oh man. Next question, please. Let's go for you there.
Yes. If you remember me at all, you might know what I'm going to say, because I've said it to you, I think, twice in real life, and once on Twitter, but something to this effect. When are you going to get into tokusatsu?
Oh, I have no idea. I mean, I think it's cool, like, but it's just one of those things where, like, I haven't like seen the right video to introduce me or the right series. And like a lot of people ask me like, when am I going to get into it? Maybe never, maybe soon. It's kind of hard to say. Okay. Next question, please. Let's go for you there in the orange t-shirt.
Yeah, what do you think about the current Hunter?
It's fucking long. I love it. Like, I think it's great. It's very dense and it's very complicated, and there's more walls of text than I'd like. But like, when I sit down and go through it, I still think Tagashi is just doing new shit all the time, and he's constantly like pushing what shonen is and like what is even possible in it, and like I love that man. And like for me, like if Tagashi never prints another chapter, he's good. He's done Yu Yu Hakusho, he's done Hunter x Hunter. He owes us shit, you know. And so I just hope he's happy. You know, I really hope he's doing well. Next question, please. Let's go for you there. Yep.
So one question is, who is your favorite Hunter character?
That's tough. I'd say toss-up between Neferpisu, Hisoka, and Killua, I'd say. I could not choose one, but yeah, I love those guys. Next question, please. Let's go for you there. Yeah, you holding the red cup.
Yeah. Have you seen Gurren Lagann or Premiere?
Oh shit. I've seen Gurren Lagann. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's all right. I've seen Promare. It's fucking bad. Your boos are sustenance. Yeah, awful opinion. But yeah, okay, like here's my problem with Promare, right? It was cool, it was fine, it didn't do anything Trigger haven't done before. And so I'm kind of like, yeah, it's like, why am I here? Like, I've seen, you're gonna punch the planet, cool, fucking done this shit, man. And like, it looked beautiful, like it was really nice looking, but it did not set me ablaze. I mean, it kind of is, but it could have been gayer, you know? Like, maybe take that kiss and work it into the rest of the movie.
He wasn't embarrassed because it was gay. He was embarrassed because he put out a fire.
Wouldn't it have been cool if he just wasn't embarrassed?
He lit a fire.
So yeah, there's my awful opinion on Promare. Next question. You right in the back in the mask. Yep.
So we know your opinions on your favorite villains, but what's your favorite heel-faced turd besides Vegeta?
God damn it. Like it's a bad answer because it's just Vegeta 2. I have like a list of favorite Vegetas. Number 1 is Vegeta. Number 2 is Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho. Number 3 is Milhouse from The Simpsons. Probably Hiei. I really love Hiei because they hold his entire backstory for 100 episodes. And then they're like, you want to see something fucked up? And it's just amazing. So yeah, I'd have to say him. Next question, please. Let's go for, sorry, I'm trying to not to pick the same people. Let's go for you there, sir. Yep.
Well, your channel covers a wide variety of things, like videos you make. How do you decide what video you make?
Whatever I feel like making. That's the entire thing. And that's like why I'll do videos on like wrestling or like Shenmue or stuff like that. And I really like doing that. It is kind of scary because you never know how people are going to react. But for me, like, I have to be excited to make something. And if I'm not going to make it. I remember I told this story earlier today. Sorry if some of you guys were here. But I remember when I was making the first wrestling video, I was getting really nervous because even back then the channel was less broad than it is now, and I was mainly doing anime stuff, and I was like, oh god, I hope people don't hate this. And so I decided to just test the waters, and so I found this really fucked up picture of Doink the Clown, which is this wrestling gimmick that people like pass to one another, but I don't think they ever like wash the outfit, and so it looks really messed up. And so I just posted it on Twitter just to see what people would say, and I hit refresh, and I swear to god the first comment was, if you ever do a video on wrestling, I'm going to stab someone. And so I deleted the tweet and made the video anyway. Next question, please. Let's go for you there. Yep.
What are some character archetypes or cliches or anything that you just love?
There's a few bits. I love in any anime where like it's like episode 4 and the big bad emerges and the hero tries to punch him and the big bad like catches his hand and just goes, oh. I also love any part in an anime where someone goes, Bakamano! Like, he's a monster, or any bit like that. I really love like just the like cruel, effeminate villain. I love that a lot. And just, you know, I'm a sucker for all kinds of shonen shit. I'm a real sucker for like, this guy's been an asshole for 150 episodes, but it doesn't matter, forget about it, because his mom was mean to him in this backstory, you know? Next question, please. Let's go for you there, sir, in the black top. Yeah. I'm sorry, dude, would you mind just speaking up a little bit?
And one of your recent Q&As, you showed your options academically, and one of them was the humility of your Masa, the Dream Lake. I was wondering if you could do a video on that, or at least maybe your thoughts on the game. I feel like most people don't really know about it.
Yep. So he's asking about a figure I have from Muramasa and the Demon Blade, and asking if I do a video on it. I probably wouldn't, because the main thing I love about that game is just its aesthetic and look, as opposed to its story or gameplay. But I'll tell you who actually has a great video on it. If you follow the channel Neril, I recommended him in the last Favorite Things video. He did a really, really good video on it, so you should check him out. Yeah. Next question, please. Let's go for you in the colored hat.
As someone who was inspired to watch Redline by your video on it, what is your favorite piece of media that you wish more people had consumed?
Oh, man. Cats, yeah. The anime cat. That's a tough one, because there's a lot, you know? Like, and some of it is just, like, wrestling matches. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wish I could talk to more people about like Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Do you know? I wish I could talk to more people about like Ibushi versus Ichi from last year's G1, stuff like that. But in terms of like anime, a lot of it's stuff I've already made videos on: Paranoia Agent, Kaiji, Redline, kind of stuff like that. I'm trying to think of anything else. Yeah, no, I think that, I remember when I started doing videos on JoJo's, no one knew about it. And, well, people knew about it, but just not a lot of people. And it's been really cool watching that get like more popular. But yeah, I can't really think of any niches. I'll try and come back to you if I think of anything. Next question, please. You there.
You have a segment in one of your videos about a YouTuber who does VR chat.
Yeah.
If you did VR chat, what would your avatar be?
Interesting. I think it would have to be like something really cool and edgy, like Vegeta with bat wings. Next question, please. Yep.
So you're the reason I got Hunter x Hunter. I'm caught up to the manga. I like that it's very subversive without feeling really edgy. Do you have any suggestions for things like that? Because I am also worried Josh will never make another video.
Yeah, I got some bad news for you. Hunter x Hunter kind of ruins everything else because it's just that good. Have you watched the Yu Hakusho?
Yes. No, I love you.
Yeah, me too. It's tricky because I think Hunter x Hunter, for me personally, sets such a high bar with shonen. I've never seen anything else that's affected me that much, and so unfortunately I can't recommend anything that I think is on that level. I can recommend like other stuff that I think does traditional stuff really well. Like if you haven't seen Hajime no Ippo, that is fantastic. It's so good. Actually, that would be one I wish more people had watched. I know it's popular in Japan, but I think people get reluctant because it's boxing, so it's sports, but it's just as much of a battle anime as anything. I was actually at a Studio Mappa panel about a year and a half ago at Anime Expo, and I asked the director, were they going to make any more Hajime no Ippo? And like his like translator asked him the question, and then he just looks me dead in the eye and he goes, no. I was devastated. Next question, please. Okay, let's go for you there. Yep.
Is there been a video that like kind of
guess, like change your mind on, or like you would want to redo?
I'd never want to redo a video just because it doesn't sound that interesting to me. Like, even if a video doesn't come out like the way I want it, I think I'd rather just like do new stuff, because I think you could really get like in your head about that kind of thing. In terms of something that kind of have changed my mind on a bit, I think definitely my videos on spoilers I've kind of changed, because like in that I argue that spoilers don't really matter. Like, you're still going to enjoy a series, and I do think there's something to that, but I think I've come around more to the idea of how interesting a piece of media can be if you know nothing. But yeah, I'd say that would probably be it. Next question, please. You there? Yep.
Sorry people, but why are you so hot?
I don't know. So I never like. I remember when I posted like my face reveal video, I really didn't know. Like, I've been in a relationship for 14 years. You know, like I've never. In like, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, she's super cool. I think she's great. But like, I didn't know what kind of reaction it was going to get, so I posted the face reveal video, and I waited like 12 seconds, and I hit refresh, and there was 100 comments, and the first one was just like, old. And then the next one was like, oh no, he's hot. And then the next one after that was, I want him to make fun of me for not having a boyfriend. And then I just closed the tab, and I was like, this was a huge fucking mistake. Next question, please. You there.
Alright, this is a quick multi-stage question. Have you ever watched Symphogear? And if you've not, please watch Symphogear. And then after you watch Symphogear, can you help me in my quest to get Wooly to watch it?
No, maybe no. Best of luck with it, though. So I think, like, I get this kind of question sometimes where it's like, could you make a video about X, because I really love the series. And what I always say is like, and I don't mean for this to sound like condescending, but like, dude, if you feel that strongly about it, you should make a video.
I already did a year ago. I linked it to you.
Brian, get the car. You've destroyed my panel. Was it on Twitter?
I linked it to you on Twitter, yes.
Dude, I get a lot of shit on Twitter. But sorry, yeah, if you link it in the replies to me talking about how I'm too drunk to do this panel, I swear to God I'll watch it. Okay, best of luck, dude. Thank you. Next question, please. Let me just check. Okay, no, we still got time. So let's go for you there, sir. Yep.
Well, you were the one that got me into it, so thank you.
No problem, dude.
On that topic, say they get all the rights to JoJo in live action. Who would you cast as each of the JoJos, right?
Oh, I'm so bad at actors, dude. I have no idea. I have kind of semi-face blindness, so I never recognize actors at all, and it's kind of horrible. That sometimes happens to me at cons as well. Sometimes I'll meet people, and I'm like, so nice to meet you. They're like, we met earlier today. And it's not that I forget people, I'm just so bad at faces, and so actors in particular. So like, I'm trying to think.
You can have like all guys from like the 70s.
I would like if they could make Jolene Cujo that girl who does the voice for Jolene Cujo in the All-Star Battle. She's fantastic, and she's super into JoJo's, and I think like she's got a really cool look as well. Kira Buckland would also be great. She'd be really, really cool. Wait, I'm talking about the Japanese. Does she do the English one?
Yes.
That's so cool. Yeah, her, for sure. Next question, please. Let's go for you there in the stripy jumper. Yep.
What are your thoughts on Mr. Rocky and Reebok production match?
I really hope it's good. I really, really hope it's good.
I recently finished the manga, so I'm really...
Yeah, no, like, you know, I have my history with Junji Ito anime. Yeah, I made a video called The Junji Ito Anime is Disappointing Garbage, which was quite a harsh title, but I did feel that way. But when I saw that new trailer, I just felt like, this trailer feels right. You know, like this is beautiful, it's the right tone. And like when she does that one head turn, like I nearly fucking cried because it was the first time I'd ever seen like a Junji Ito drawing move as opposed to like kind of an adaptation of his kind of visual style.
I saw the movie the other day on YouTube and I'm like, I hope the anime's better.
Yeah, me too, buddy, me too. Next question, please. Let's go for you there in the light t-shirt. Yep.
I was wondering if whenever you're making a script, how do you overcome writer's block?
Just keep writing. Your stuff's always going to be bad to start with. Like, if you guys saw like what the first draft of my scripts are like, they're fucking terrible. But at this point, I just acknowledge that they're going to be terrible and then fix them from there. So like, it's just a case of not getting too in your head about it and just keep going until it's right. Yeah. Next question, please. Let's go for you there, right in the back with the long hair. Yep.
I recently got into your channel. My friend sent me one of your videos. I really liked it. So I saw another one that was suggested about FF15. I really gave this game. So I'm really glad you didn't like it as well. Have you played Kingdom Hearts 3? Do you feel like it's kind of like a similar thing? How they're trying to make you buy DLC just to get the full game?
Yeah, totally.
I don't make a video on Kingdom Hearts 3 yet.
Oh, would I do a video on Kingdom Hearts 3? Oh God, no. I played like 2 hours of that game on a stream, and you know, it's not even that it was bad, it was just, man, I am not the audience for this game, and so no, probably not. But I have a begrudging respect for it because it's just so insane. But yeah, no, I don't think I'd ever like have the interest to like a full-length video. Next question, please. Sorry, I'm just gonna do it. Let's go for you there. Yep.
So on one of your things I loved this season videos, I saw that you were highlighting burning effects.
Oh yeah.
And I also really love that series, so I was like, oh hey, cool, we can watch. He's reading that too. So just simply, are you interested in any other manhwa or webtoon?
Oh, there's one other one, and I haven't checked up on it in a while, but it's about a dude trapped in an apartment complex with a bunch of other survivors. I think I mentioned that ages ago as well. Strucci did a video on it too, but that one's really good. And other than that, not really, but I'd love to know any recommendations, because I genuinely want to... I know people recommend Tower of God a lot. Yeah, is that good? Okay, I'll consider it. But yeah, next question, please. Let's go for you there. Yep.
It's a bit of a weird question, but...
Good.
I watched like all of your videos while playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So I'm just going to ask you, what do you think of that game? Each time I hear your voice, I instantly think of that game.
I think it introduced a lot of really cool stuff. Like, I love the mechanics of it. I wish the dungeons were better, is the only thing. I found them so disappointing. And then, like, I found the last boss battle disappointing. So, like, I think it's amazing. And I think Breath of the Wild 2 could be, like, fantastic. But, so kind of mixed on it. But, it is a really, really cool game. Next question, please. Let's go for you there.
So, you're doing podcasts, you know, and video editing and streaming. I feel like a lot of people here that want to get started might have, like, an interest in your process other than just writing, like, how you edit, what programs you might use, you know. Do you have any interest in maybe doing a behind-the-scenes, what equipment you use?
I actually have kind of wanted to do a video just called like how I make videos, which kind of just goes through like how I do it. I might do it at some point. It'd be a weird video, and I think I'd want to like, I'd need to make it fun for me. So it's something that's kind of like, I'm thinking about it, but I'm not 100% yet. But we'll see. I have a lot of trouble finding like editors and stuff because like I've never used an editor, because the idea of ever forcing anyone to edit like I edit is such a nightmare, you know. But yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Well, I can tell you for certain, I sure would never pirate them. That's for damn sure. Next question, please. Let's go for you there. Yes, you with the.
The Daryl Talks Games channel. Which video would you recommend?
Sorry, which channel?
Daryl. What you said?
Neryl.
Never mind.
Neryl, I would actually, he recently did a really great video on Star Wars The Last Jedi. I wasn't, like, I don't care about Star Wars, but like, and I didn't really care about that movie, but it was a super interesting look at that movie and the reaction to it and like why people got so mad about it, you know what I mean? And that was really, really good. So I'd recommend that for sure. And also his video on the Majora's Mask remake was really, really good as well. So I'd totally check that out. N-E-R-R-E-L. I recommended him in the last favorite things video, so you can find the links there. Next question, please. Let's go for you there, sir. Yes.
Do you read books, and if not, have you read anything by Brandon Sanderson? Well, do you read many books, and if so, do you read anything by Brandon Sanderson?
I don't read that much. Like I kind of read, whenever I read, it's usually about something kind of like a factual, like a historical thing, or kind of something like that. But no, I've never heard of that author.
Brandon Sanderson is amazing. He's very good. This fancy type books, but really intricate and very detailed and interesting power systems.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like one of them is based on people who have powers based on the type of metals they ingest. It's like people take like beads.
That sounds like some JoJo ass shit. That sounds cool. I'll check it out. Next question, please. You there, sir.
Favorite Bullet Club member?
Oh man, like it's got to be Kenny. Like it has to be Kenny.
No love for the
Jay White's good. Jay White's good. He needs to get a little better in ring, but he's good. Next question, please. You there? Yep.
Okay. Okay, one question. How do you feel about late Christmas gifts?
Reasonably fine.
Okay. Because I do have something for you.
Okay, bring it on up.
But it's a cool horror comic. It's not gore, I swear to God.
Okay, cool. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Oh, that looks deadly. Thank you so much. That's really cool. Let's get an applause for this man. Next question, please. Let's go for you there in the green t-shirt. Yep.
So, how do you feel about if you won the queenship this year? And if you did, do you think Neve and Brian would stop from winning?
Brian, could you approach the stage, please? So this is a question about my podcast, the Let's Fight a Boss video game podcast. Every year, we have a contest for the queenship of the podcast. And this year, I'm going to win, because Brian and Neve were dumb fucking assholes when they made their prediction.
The queendom will always rule Let's Fight a Boss. He is our court jester.
I want to win so badly. It's been 5 years and I've never won. But I will probably make some small changes to the podcast, just the way we do things. Brian and Neve will just be gone, and they're just not going to be. It's mainly going to be a pro wrestling podcast with just me from now on, and so yeah, it won't be that noticeable, but yeah, we will. Next question, please. If anyone has Let's Fight a Boss questions, feel free to ask, because Brian's right here.
I'll sit here for a bit.
I guess we'll see. Yeah, 10:30 tomorrow to find out. Let's go for. Go for it.
You find any sweet deals in the vendor room? Any sweet game deals?
Okay, I got Yoshi's Island, the Super Famicom version, for $15. That's a pretty good steal. I got some Neo Geo Pocket games. I got Pac-Man because I main Pac-Man in Smash, and I'm real into Pac-Man. He's brilliant.
Can we tell him about the guy at the airport?
The what?
The guy at the airport. Okay, so we were in the security line for the airport, and someone left their just bag unattended. And so, yeah, you don't fucking do that. And so then, the airport person comes up, and he's just this pissed off Irish guy. And he's like, who left their bag here? Who left their bag unattended? And he's saying it for 10, 15 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone's just getting oh man, this is uncomfortable. And then finally, this dude, he was an American, so I'm going to do an American accent. He just goes, oh, that's my bag. And then everyone's like, ugh. And then he goes, don't worry, I maintained visual contact the entire time. And I love that. because his version of events, he had moved down the queue at this point. So his version of events is him walking backwards, looking at his bag, getting further away from it. And we've just, the entire trip, we've just been like, we need to maintain visual contact.
It's been a running gag all weekend.
Yeah, and it's funny because like before we went on a trip before, and about 4:30 in the morning, we just heard this voice from outside our hotel room, and it was just some guy going, "Okay, folks, I'll see you in the morning around 3:30." And we keep saying that. Yeah.
He was the MVP of our Canada trip.
Absolutely. Yeah. Next question, please. Let's go for you there, sir, in the dark hoodie.
What sort of cultural differences or culture shocks do you experience whenever you come to the U.S.?
Okay, legitimately, when I come to the US, it's like being on a TV show because everyone talks like they do on television. It's so weird, but like legit, like there's so much American TV shows in Ireland that when I come over here, I'm always like, oh my God, people actually talk. Like it's not just the TV world, you know?
John, also the cops, the guy in security.
Oh man, yeah. When we were coming into security, there was this American guy, and he was like, you know, I have to be a little careful because I don't want them to know that I'm guesting here because they get really weird about like customs and stuff. Even though like it's just kind of, it's not like I'm making money off this. It's just like the hotel room stuff. But you have to be real coy. So they're like, and so what do you do? What do you do in America? I'm like, just going to a con. I'm like, okay, what's your job? And I'm like, I make videos for a website. And they're like, okay. I just don't say anything. But this guy was like, so where are you staying in National Harbor? And I was like, just the Gaylord Hotel. And he goes, oh, you going to MAGFest? And I was fucking terrified he was going to be like, you going to MAGFest? Super Eyepatch Wolf. But he didn't. And so he just goes, and I was like, are you familiar with MAGFest? And he just goes, I'm familiar with a lot of things, sir. I remember one of the first times I was doing MAGFest, actually, I was doing an artist alley with my friend Rebecca, that's Brian's partner, Rebecca, and I was sneaking coffees into the artist alley because they weren't letting you bring any in. I probably shouldn't be saying that. There's people from MAGFest who can hear this. But I remember this. I was like, there was like 2 security guys there, and one of them just stopped me and goes, "Hey, are you Super Eyepatch Wolf?"
It's 11 now, but
I'll tell one more little story. It's weird getting recognized and stuff because like sometimes people are just kind of shocked, and sometimes sometimes it can be like really weirdly sweet. I remember the first time I ever got recognized by anyone. It was at a con in Ireland. I was doing an artist alley and I was selling this Hunter prints, and I got talking to this girl, and she was like, "Oh, you know what?" She was like super into Hunter. We had a big talk about it, and she was like, "You know what? You should watch this video called Why You Should Watch Hunter." And so I said, I didn't know how to bring it up because it never happened to me before. And so I just said, I actually wrote that video. And her eyes go really, really wide. And she just goes, you write for Super Eyepatch Wolf? Do we need to shut it down, guys? We're good. We'll take a few more questions. If you guys are up for it. Yep, okay. Let's go for you there. Yes.
As a prior MAGFest attendee, now internet celebrity hosting a panel, how do you feel about that change?
Oh, it's weird, dude. Because like I came to MAGFest for the first time like 5 years ago, and like I didn't have a YouTube channel. Like I just came by myself. I came over and I set up a table, and I had a really, really great time. I just like hung out with people and made friends, and life's changed a lot since then. You know, like just kind of like watching the channel kind of blow up and stuff, and it's surreal. Like it's still surreal. Like even sitting here like in front of all of you guys, it's incredibly surreal. And, like when they told me that I had a panel at 11 p.m, I was like, well, who the fuck's gonna show up to that? And it turns out a lot of you do, and I'm super appreciative. But it's always been weird. It will probably never stop being weird, but I'm really thankful for it, and like I'm just kind of enjoying the ride at this point. So yeah. Next question, please. Let's go for you in the red shirt. I feel like I've missed you a bunch of times this panel. Don't make me regret it.
Sorry. How would you describe each part of JoJo's in 4 words or less?
God damn, dude, you're putting me on the spot. Okay, Phantom Blood. Things are getting interesting. Joseph is best boy. Oh no, Dio again. I am Yoshikage Kira. Italian boys are nice. Oh God, my wife. I like cowboys? Question mark. Okay, I'm gonna have to cheat this one a little bit. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I can't fucking believe I did that. Like, not to pat myself on the back, but I'm pretty tipsy, and I can't believe I got nearly there. Yeah, exactly. Next question, please. Let's go for you there with the pink hair. Yep.
Did you get to try Fago yet?
I haven't. No,
Yeah,
I really,
where's the Fago at?
Yeah. We hear about this incredible drink Fago from a band called Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah, these really cool guys.
They like wrote your guys' national anthem. Is that what they are? Yeah.
It's at a gas station. This is your truck, CVS. Gas.
Is it in CVS? Oh man.
Yeah. Sewers are a good place to try Fago.
Okay, I'll check the sewers. Next question, please. Let's go for you there with the blue hair. Yeah.
Have you seen any cosplays here tonight?
Yes, for sure. I'm trying to think. There was a guy going around as like Rio from Shenmue yesterday, and I was just like, there they are, and that was really cool to see. There was a giant Snorlax earlier as well, which was really cool. That was deadly. And it's kind of separate, but someone linked me a really buff Jolene earlier, and they weren't here, but I just really appreciated it. Next question, please. Let's go for, so you there. Yes.
I don't actually meet many new Evo fans anymore, so I want to know, what is your favorite fight?
From Ippo? Oh, I think it's got to be the one against Sawamura. Like, I was just on like the edge of my seat that entire fight, and I think I love the music in Ippo, and whenever Hammerfall kicks in, it's like that thing where they play like the opening song during a fight, and you're like, come on Ippo, we can do it. It's fucking brilliant. So I'd have to say that one. 5 minutes? Okay. Guys, we got 5 minutes left. Everyone who has shit questions, put your hands down. What I love about saying that is sometimes I see people go like, oh. I'm sure everyone's question's great. I'm just being a dick. You there.
I got a couple questions.
Pick one.
What's your favorite alcoholic beverage? And do you expecting another state of jump video?
Another state of favorite alcoholic beverage. I like a lot of like ginger beer. I think ginger beer is good. I also, in terms of cocktails, like it's kind of lazy, but I love a White Russian. I just anything that will like help me pretend I'm not drinking beer, pretty much. And yeah, I think I probably will do another current state of Shonen Jump at some point. The current state of Shonen Jump videos are videos I feel like I've made a lot of mistakes in the past, and so if I'm gonna do one, like I want to take it very seriously and give it a lot of time and just make sure it's kind of perfect, because like it's not a subject I want to cover half-assed, you know what I mean? But yeah, you know, that's what I kind of try and do. But yeah, I'd say in the coming year I'll be doing one for sure. Next question, please. Let's go for you there.
What's your favorite wrestling move ever?
Favorite wrestling move ever? Goddamn. I actually really love the Crossroads, Cody Rhodes' Crossroads. That looks so good. I'm a big fan of the Burning Hammer, but only if it's protected right. And I mean, any time a V trigger happens, I just lose it. Especially there's so many V triggers where I'm like, well, that man's dead. But yeah, next question, please. So let's go for you there, sir. Yep, you with the jacket, red jacket. Yes.
So you mentioned earlier you don't really care about Star Wars all that much. Why?
I just don't.
Alright, sure.
Sorry. Yep.
So what's the worst attempt you've ever heard at an Irish accent, and
There was a guy at MAGFest last year who was like, I do a really good Irish accent. And I was like, oh good, let's hear it. And then it was really bad, and I was like, that was really bad, dude. And he was like, what? Guys, I think we got to call it. Thank you so much for coming. This is so much fun. 10:30 p.m. tomorrow, Wooly versus Super Eyepatch Wolf. There will be no survivors.